Oh, I think I'm live. All right. I think we're live in the building, so let's see. Brother made me live. 1, 2, 1, 2, black, hot, 5. Ain't no problem. Check 1, 2, check 2. Yeah. Up in the building, man. A little bit late, but I'm up in this piece. A little bit late, but I'm up in this piece. Nobody like you do. Woo! Nobody like you do. All right. Everybody come on up in here, grab a seat. How's everybody doing? On this beautiful Saturday night, as we try to ask a few questions. I see everybody on Rumble, see them. See everybody on TikTok, see everybody on YouTube. Everybody on Twitter, everybody on Instagram. Oh, check it out. I got the key. Hold on. We'll be live on TV. Okay, we live. Yeah, bro. Up, lying it down and drinking his teeth. They tell me that's what the singers do. I can't sing, man, but I do what the singers do for my voice. That's probably my voice on that stuff, trying to get you hype, right? Yeah, man, you focus on me, man. Can you focus on me tonight? Just focus on me. That's right, that's right. Woo! Focus on me. Got everybody on TikTok, come on in, can you tap that screen for me, family? Bring some more people to the lives. Don't be scared, you don't cost you guys nothing to tap that screen on TikTok. When you got one TikTok account open, don't cost you nothing to tap the screen. Little lemon in that tea. It's like my voice, listen. That's my voice tonight. Remember, you guys hear me alright on Rumble, YouTube. Remember, you guys hear me alright. Make sure my voice is alright. My voice is okay. My voice. I feel like it's worth it. I know now that I've been the first. I know you better. try. I still try. I know I can't sing, but I still try, right? I think deep down inside we all wish we could be singers. Can we get together, family?
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus.
Let's do that first.
You don't know
The pain that I feel,
taking my love for
granted, and you just wanna see it your way.
It's about that time. I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. I'm fed up with
Alright, let me say that jam, I was getting into it.
Welcome everybody, welcome to the Black or Friday.
Alright.
Welcome everybody, welcome to the Black or Friday Talk.
This is the Black or Fine Network, Black or Fine Network,
Black Network.
media of the 21st century.
Media of the 21st century.
Get to discuss matters affecting African people, the African history, and the African identity.
Trying to bring a Pan-Africanism renaissance.
Relationships, life, politics, and everything in between, where we get to host some of the most amazing shows, talking about the creative industry in the country and outside, studio interviews and covering events in the ground, where we play the best top 10 countdown in the country, and where we say nothing but the truth.
Do remember you can join us.
Download our app, which is on the Google Play Store, and also stream on www.blackhotfinenetwork.com. So remember to follow us on our social media platforms.
And win yourself some cash prize as you tune into amazing conversations.
The media of the 21st century, this is where everything happens.
Right here, man.
Black Hole Fire Network. Ah.
Alright, family. Let's see where I'm at. No. Right there. Booyah, you should be able to see me right there, back in the building. Here we go. Let's get this party started. 1 2 1 2. Okay, I want to say welcome back to everybody to the Black Hot Fire Network show. I'm your host, Mr. Black Hot Fire, always on that ass. Now I want to give a shout out to everybody that watches on YouTube, everybody on Rumble, everybody on BitChute, everybody on Twitter/X, everybody on Instagram, everybody on TikTok, everybody listening to us on the Foundation of Black channel, blackhotfirenetwork.com, and all podcasting platforms globally. Also, everybody watches on TV, on your streaming channels, on Android, Apple, Amazon, and Roku. So, strap on your headgear. You know what time it is when you hear this, right? Sound alarm, school's back in, stupid. Here we go. Black, hot, fire. Come on. We up in this piece again. One more. Let's do it. Don't be scared. Woo! All right. Woo! Come on. Come on, black, hot, fire. Woo! We're gonna ask you questions. Is Trump good for Black America or not? So we're gonna get an honest assessment. So we're gonna get emotional, talk stupid, and ridiculous. Check out our cameras. That camera's up and running. That camera's up and running. Taking all cameras. All right. Black, hot, bang. From America to Africa, now you know how we roll. We're global, baby. Woo! You can find us everywhere. We're on your TV. We're on your radio. We're on your social media. We everywhere. Woo! Black, hot, fire. Come on. That's how we do. Black, hot, right. How's everybody doing? Come on, man, don't be scared, driver seat. Don't be scared, we gotta go. Black, hot, bang. Sit my seat, man. Woo! Black, hot, bang. Come on. We'll go live on YouTube last night on the main channel, guys. YouTube messed up all of the streams. I was all fucked up. Black, hot, hey, come on. Oh! Better get a bit of pocket right there, boy. Get it? All right, family. How's everybody doing? Hopefully well. Oh man. Sorry about yesterday, guys. I think YouTube, everybody wanted to see me on YouTube, guys. I think, the YouTube thing, I think they changed how you go live on that thing, so I was all messed up. So we live on YouTube tonight. So you guys really see me out there. My camera's a little tilted. I need to move the camera over some more shit. But anyway, those you guys can see me out there in YouTube land. And where we at, right? Those you guys can hear me and see me out there in YouTube land and on the TV. We live and direct on Amazon, on Apple, on Android, and on Roku. So we here. So I've been getting a lot of questions about, what is my opinion on Trump? And is he good or bad for black people or black Americans? Well, with everything, there's a mixed bag, right? With everything's a mixed bag. With everything, it's a mixed bag. There's always some good and there's some bad. Now, I will say the Biden administration was completely nefarious and bad to black people. See, we always got the bootlicks, the handkerchief-head Negroes that they put up in front of us to maneuver us to the Democratic Party. As I told you years ago, we should be independent. There's no party that backs us, that represents black people at all. There's no party that represents black Americans' concerns. None. We've been cattled into the Democratic Party because of that fake civil rights movement back in the 1960s. and the civil rights legislation that never benefited us, but always caused white rage for some reason. You know, the right-wing wackos have told these individuals that somehow we got something from these fake, you know, social positions, which we never got, like affirmative action. Remember that white women benefited from affirmative action, just like white women benefit from DEI. You got the right wing going crazy talking about DEI hires and if we're not hiring DEIs. You're like, what? Those are your people getting those jobs, not ours. Those are white women. Somebody tell me how the white women become a minority group. You know, it's always a scam they use. You know, we've already looked up those numbers. So we know DEI, as they scream and holler, never benefited anybody black. I think it's white women, then Hispanic women, then Asian women or East Indian women. We all went on the bottom. So the DEI shit, it never had nothing to do with us at all. So the idea that we're going to fight for something that doesn't benefit us one iota is absolutely insane. It's stupid. You know, so none of these policies that so-called the Democratic Party has pushed, supposed in the benefit of black people, have never transpired. It's always been smoke and mirrors. It's been a con game. So we've had no president that actually benefit us. But sadly enough, the Democratic Party has done massive damage to us as black Americans. And the Republicans have kept the policy, but it's been under the Democrats. We've had these adverse policing policies put into practice. Right? So, the question was asked me, well, what about Trump? Well, Trump is, like I said, it's not just an easy question to answer. Because there is actually some good things that benefit us. Now, people say, is Trump a white supremacist? You're goddamn right he is. He surrounds himself with white supremacists. So the idea that he's not one is idiotic. You know, you are who you keep company with. That's just a fact. So we're not going to be idiotic and act stupid. You are who you keep company with. And we know he's a puppet of these individual people, also the Zionists, right? So we're not going to be stupid, but we're going to be fair and honest. But also the good things he's done for us, hopefully keeps it up, is going against these illegal aliens, right? That benefits us. So if it's going to do that, you know, you had the Democratic Party bringing all these illegal aliens in here on the backs of the American taxpayers. They have no problem with that. They have no problem with that. They have no problem with doing that whatsoever. Now, how was that benefiting black Americans? You flooding us in here, you flooding all the illegal immigrants in here, making sure you had resources and facilities for them. When your most loyal constituents have been the black population of this country. So this is what the Democratic Party did openly to us. And supposedly, you know, if you voted for Trump, you were some kind of a coon or some made up nonsense. Right? I told you to vote in your best interest. I didn't vote for either one of them this time. I didn't vote Democratic nor Republican because I didn't see any benefit in it. But I am seeing benefit with the can't go out again, all that. See, my things with Trump, which are good, because we know all mainstream media is propaganda. All mainstream media is nothing more than propaganda, guys. So I'll give you two issues that I'm with Trump on right now. So I told you, there's a mix, there's pros and cons. Okay. One of the things that I'm happy about is the ICE situation. These people, you brought in a bunch of anti-black individuals from their countries talking crazy to black people here. And I'm with the shit and getting them out of here. Round up them and their families and send them back across the border. Go home. Go home to your country. So don't be telling me that, bringing illegal aliens is somehow flooding us here, somehow helping me in my community, when we know it's not. It was disrespectful what the Democratic Party did, openly, in our face. So, just for that alone, if black people wanted to vote for Trump, I agree with that. Then also with this war with Zelensky, this Ukrainian thing happening, right? Most people have been gaslighted, lied to. Yeah, all this propaganda, I call it Trump some kind of Putin puppet. This propaganda, this nonsense. As a human being, you should want to see peace and not endless wars and murder and killing of innocent men, women, and children. As I reiterated as I've said so many times, and I will reiterate this point. Europe is falling apart. So they need a war to try to shore up their economy. So the whole idea that they figured that they were going to provoke Russia and then go in there and break it up, chop it up, so they can steal the resources of Russia. And so we've been calling these lies that Russia's been the aggressive force. That's a lie. It's nonsensical. But since that's been the narrative, we've all had to go with that. And we've been inundated with nothing but inundated propaganda, it's mind control. We've been inundated with propaganda and mind control. And if black people have been able to think on their own and say, okay, these policies benefit us. And I'm also going to talk about, Elon Musk is a wicked ass racist. We know that because he just talked about, can we get Derek Chauvin pardoned? This bitch's ass no good bastard who was smashing George Floyd's windpipe. So we know the racism is there. But we're going to be adults about it, right? So what Doge is doing as far as putting a light on the corruption, right? Putting a light on the corruption that's been going on in the federal government. It's been known, but not to this extent. It's like turn on a roach-infested, it's like going to a roach-infested house and turning on the light and everybody flees away because all these politicians have had their hand inside the cookie jar, stealing from the American people. Everybody goes to Congress, is usually just a regular individual, and all of a sudden, in a couple years, they're all millionaires. Huh? Insider trading, which is supposed to be illegal. Getting paid by corporations to do their bidding because no Congress people represent the American population at all anymore. American people have been left, to die by the side of the road. So him having Doge go in there and shining the light and seeing some of the roaches, run crazy. And then you have the Democratic Party trying to fight for the corruption. How dare Trump comes in and exposes corruption? How dare he do this, right? How dare he do this? What is he doing? How dare he expose this kind of corruption? How dare him? They want to forget. Camera problems now. Okay. I'm gonna pop back on. But anyway, so making sure the government has an audit, that should be beneficial to all of us. The government needs to be audited. The massive theft of the American people. See, they get to play by different rules. Our lives become harder and harder because of the theft. Like when an empire crumbles, everybody steals everything. So this is like a damn a bank run, everybody stealing. And since the American politicians have never been held accountable, we've had a system designed since its inception where no one ever held accountable, guys. No one's ever held accountable. We have massive crimes, massive theft going on inside the U.S. government, but no one's ever held accountable. So when you don't hold individuals accountable, the crimes just become bigger and bigger and more often. And so, like I said, I'm not a fan of Elon Musk. I think he's a moron. You know, that's a white creation. He's some kind of a genius. He never created Tesla. Everything he touches turns to shit. As a businessman, you know, that's all a scam. It's all a lie. It's smoke and mirrors. Elon Musk hasn't been successful at anything. But if he's successful at exposing this corruption, I'm with it. I'm not beholden to any of his goopy products. I don't buy Tesla cars. Or I'm not going up on SpaceX or any other goopy nonsense he supposedly created. Okay? We know he's nothing but a government welfare individual. Trump is, Elon Musk is the biggest welfare recipient. While the government contracts keep them propped up. I don't care about that because I'm not investing any money in any of that. So whether Tesla works or doesn't work, it's no concern to me. You decided to buy that raggedy ass car, not me. You know, you decided to buy that junk, not me. But if he's smart enough to at least expose the corruption in our government. See, family, we've been bled dry. And it's not a left thing or a right thing. Both of these crooked parties have had their hands inside the cookie jar, stealing from American people. And also with all these crazy, insane policies all over the world. While the American people can't afford groceries, can't afford rent, can't afford to buy a house. How are these young children going to even be able to buy a house now? House prices are out of control. But you got money for transgender rights in Afghanistan. What are you talking about? Are we serious here? So this lunacy being exposed benefits me. Trying to tap down on this lunacy benefits me. Now, what doesn't benefit me is some more of this stealing. See, everything is always an illusion. It's always kabuki theater, whether something works or doesn't. You see it doesn't work because we've been destroyed as a country. Everybody's struggling now because of this trickle-down economic nonsense. It does not work. We've gutted out all our union jobs. We told union jobs are bad. And you went along with that stuff. You went along with that nonsense. So you're not supposed to have protections where you work. You're supposed to work for less money. The American people haven't had a real raise as far as, oh my gosh, my voice again. Excuse me. The American people haven't had a real raise as adjusted for inflation since the late 1970s. Oh, what correlates with that? That's the beginning of the fight against the middle class and the working class, where all the billionaires have stolen all the wealth. They want you to work for peanuts, and if you don't work for peanuts, that's why they flooded all these illegal immigrants in here. It's not the fact that American people won't do the jobs that the immigrants are doing. The American people are not going to work for peanuts and slave wages. So it's another thing, it's them turning back to their same old program, which is feudalism. That's what they want, feudalism. And so they propagandize against the right wing and the left wing. Especially the right wing, they believe it's okay not to have unions, not to have equal pay, not to have be paid a livable wage. And now they're struggling. They've been given all these racial codes to destroy themselves. because supposedly black Americans were getting something that they wasn't getting, or was going to get something that they weren't going to get. All the lies that have been told to them through Lee Atwater back in the day with all these dog whistles of racism. While they robbed the American people blind. And now, most American stomachs are touching their backbone, 7-up. Most American stomachs are touching their backbones. Everybody's struggling. And so these were the economic policies put forth in the 1980s with Reagan. They still worship Reagan over geriatric dementia riddle ass. Who brought you this fake, made up. That's one thing George Bush got right when he called it voodoo economics. Brought you this voodoo economics called, trickle down theory. 40 years you see it hasn't worked. It's collapsed the economy twice because we're about the verge of collapse again. 2008, and we're back underneath the same ideology, the same nonsense. That's why Trump is trying to get a fire sale, put tariffs here, because the rich have stolen the wealth out of the economy, guys. They want to tell you all these fake isms, communism, capitalism, socialism. None of it works. This to get you just, and the London elites created communism under Karl Marx, the Rothschild. They created that. So they funded the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia and overthrew the Tsar and had him murdered. So the idea that we had a Cold War is absolutely stupid. You believe that? That was them playing a kabuki, fake game we're fighting each other. How can you be fighting each other when the same people created the Soviet Union? This should be well known that the Wall Street bankers in the city of London funded the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia. Okay? These are facts. So any idea we had a Cold War was all smoke and mirrors nonsense. While the top rob and steal. So now you have Europe that always wants to believe that it should be running the world, right? We had a small time period where Europe had ascended to a global power, which it never had, coming out of 1492 with the Spanish, with the Moors being defeated in 1492, and the Spanish, who were original Germans, that was Germanic people that went to Spain, France, and England. So they come out of Europe, they start conquering, the conquistadors start conquering, and then slowly up there you have Portugal, you have France and England, Netherlands, and Germany. So at this time, so Europe becomes a power. But it's really unsustainable because it became a power operating everybody else's resources. It became a power after colonizing the majority of the world and stealing everyone's resources. And so now that is now being abruptly reversed because the old colonial, the old colonized countries don't want to go along with giving their resources up to Europe for free. They're not going to go along with that bargain because it's now put them in poverty. Right? See, these countries never poor when you get this fake white false history that when Europe left and came to these countries, they were poor. How are you going to go to somebody poor and get wealthy off of poor people? So that lie doesn't work. And so what you find is that now European is a waning power. Understand things are cyclical. They thought, for some reason Europeans believe that things happen linear. No, things work in a cycle. Things go up, things go down. Empires rise, empires fall. Things are cyclical. Okay? You have spring, fall, winter, summer. Then it repeats. Things are cyclical. And so now Europeans are realizing now they're on the way down. And so they need this war to try to prop them back up and bring them prestige and still be a global presence, right? What? I was being restricted for what? See this? Hold on. See now. Hold on. What's going on with this thing? Oh man. I'm not promoting any brand. Talking about. I'm not promoting any brand. You're talking about TikTok. I'm not promoting any brand. You're talking that thing. You're talking on TikTok. I'm not promoting any brand. No brand I promote. It's other nonsense. You may be promoting a brand. We're gonna stop you. You're alive. What brand? What am I promoting? What are you talking about? Every time, that's like, the censorship is real when you always over the target. Whenever I'm always over the target. So they want to ban you and talk about all kind of crazy shit. I'm not doing any brand deals on here, TikTok, so what are you talking about? Why does my live gotta be off? Because a bunch of people keep showing up. I ain't put the other channel on at all. Because it's the same shit every night for TikTok. I go live and start telling real history, then it becomes a problem. It's every damn show with these people. Every show is the same thing. Every show. And so, with the decline of Europe, they need this aggressive war. So since these individuals, these globalists run all the media, you get now that Trump's supposed to be a Putin puppet. He's a Putin puppet, but the Putin. So that's how you deal with other propaganda, pure propaganda. That's why it's running around my TikToks get canceled. These are facts. Like I said, the CIA went in and overthrew Ukraine in 2014. This is known. This is well known. Okay? They went in and overthrew a fairly elected government. And the aggression was the Americans toward Russia. Not the other way around. If you didn't know, Russia was trying to become friends with Americans, and hey, let's work together to bring peace around the world. They didn't want that. Because Americans deal with hegemony. And so what you found out, the project for a new American century was complete world domination by America. And you go look at that document, it's called the Project for a New American Century. Which said we're going to control air, land, and sea, all of it. Worldwide hegemony. See, but that's what they don't teach you. They don't teach you none of that. They decide not to tell you about worldwide hegemony with the Project for a New American Century. They leave that out. And so you've been given consistent propaganda in the media, just nothing but lies, 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 lies. We don't know where the truth starts and the lie begins. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with. And so I'm with Trump, and he tells Zelensky, you're trying to start World War III, we're not going to be a part of it. I think America should now remove itself from NATO. Okay, that's where I was at. So I forgot where I was at. So NATO, after World War II, was designed as a counterweight to Russia. For the Europeans that were completely devastated after World War II. Europe could not defend itself, it couldn't feed itself, it couldn't house itself. So America stepped in as, now we're the big brother, which made them mad because America was what the new kid on the block. But America was the only one that was left because of its oceans was still left intact after World War II, and all of Europe was completely devastated. Right? Couldn't house, feed, or clothe itself. It was America that went over to his European cousins and propped them up and made them viable. And so the world order was America first, but behind the scenes, America never controlled America. It was the people of London, the city of London, controlled America. If you don't know, and if you know, you know. The city of London has been controlling America since 1913, and really a little bit before then. The city of London has been controlling America since at least 1913. Okay, hold on, got a little camera on. And so, NATO was supposed to be a counterbalance. But what you see is just nothing but they want to sell arms. So you need a boogeyman. So that's why Russia was made the Cold War. I told you, it was the city of London along with Wall Street that created the Soviet Union. Okay? But they need a boogeyman so they can explain why they're stealing, why you need to have such a big defense budget, because you need a boogeyman to scare the American people with. You need this boogeyman that's always the Russians. Are we going into South Korea, which was the Korean Peninsula? Why are we going to Vietnam? Because of the spread of communism. Now, the Chinese, even though the Chinese will tell you that it was the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers who came into China and created communism there. See, these are facts. So how do we facts give you a boogeyman so they can justify these big defense budgets? That's how they steal, that's how they launder money. All these big defense budgets. If you don't have a boogeyman, the enemy, you can't justify almost $1 trillion defense budget every year. And then you got hammers for $10,000. You know that's a lot. I mean, all that money's been cycled to the top. There's money laundering going on. So if Trump is going to look into that, honestly, well, that money can finally come back home. See, America has been, if you guys listen, America has been just a great sucking sound. We've been funding all the big projects of the elite around the world. So we've been taking advantage of it. And so you see the powers that be are trying to walk us into a war. And we're saying no more damn wars. You're not getting my children to go fight in no damn war. For a lie. Some more lie. Some more propaganda. We're supposed to fight. Why are we supposed to be fighting Russia? How is Putin invading and taking over the world? Where's it at? Oh, it's not. It doesn't exist. It's all propaganda. So now the propaganda isn't working. And so the wild card has been Trump. That's one of the good things about, the wild card has been Trump. As he said, you're going to start World War III. We don't want that. You don't want the cards. And so now Europeans said they're going to assemble themselves to go into Russia and fight Russia themselves. They're going to lose because their military, they don't have any good militaries in Europe. So without America, that's null and void. So I'd like to see this. But that's the only option because they destroyed their own economy with that fake-ass Green New Deal. That Green New Deal nonsense, that propaganda, that global climate change nonsense. Now then, you know that they control weather manipulation and weather modification. They control that science. That's been known since the 60s, 70s, and 80s. It's been known. It's endless war. You think as much as you're supposed to hate Trump, him working for peace is a good thing. Not having innocent men, women, and children dying is a good thing. But not to the psychopaths that actually run this planet. And so, like I said, Europe's back is against the wall. And that's what we're dealing with right now. Their whole back, the whole economic system is collapsing. Because you had Germany, which is the economic engine of Europe, take on all these crazy policies, this damn green climate nonsense. You cannot power an economy, especially an industrial economy, on windmills and what are the things called? On windmills and solar panels. It does not work. But when you show it doesn't work, they want to double down and say carbon is bad. It's all this crazy Bill Gates shit. This nonsense with Bill Gates, this crazy psychopathic idiot run around trying to give advice about things he's not even versed in. And so they went along with that, so now they found themselves collapsing. And them going back in Africa, that's not going to work. The Africans are waking up. They're not going to allow to go back in and be colonized and keep stealing their resources. That's not going to work. Don't give a second. Give a second. Go back to me. Get my cheek. I'm gonna get parts of the speech in and see it. So I'm gonna share part of the speech, guys. In a second. Now I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna share parts of the speech, guys. So give me a second. Give me a second, man.
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
Now I'm gonna go to the whole stuff. I'm gonna fast forward a lot, guys. You go to the part where he's talking about the use of spending, which is true. Okay? This crazy spending, but it's not just been the Democrats. It's been both aisles been stealing this money and doing crazy things with it. So understand that. Fact, right? Don't just think it's the Democratic Party, it's the whole government itself. And a lot of these government positions need to be cut. The government is too big, and it is. It's not. It's not from a right-wing perspective. The government is too big. Doesn't need to be this big. All these big jobs that are absolutely doing nothing. It's too big.
I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before. The American dream is unstoppable, and our country is on the verge of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed and perhaps will never witness again. Never been anything like it. The presidential election of November 5th was a mandate like has not been seen in many decades. We won all 7 swing states, giving us an electoral college victory of 312 votes. We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country. Counties in our country, 2,700 to 525, on a map that reads almost completely red for Republican. Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact, it's an astonishing record, 27-point swing, the most ever. Likewise, small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning.
Now, what are these Democrats supposed to holler about? What he said is actually absolutely true because they didn't do anything for anybody, and everything they do was actually corrupt. So what did he say that's wrong? Nothing. So I don't get, who are they supposed to be fighting for? What is the outrage they're talking about? Because they don't fight for the American people. Neither one of these parties do. That's the Democratic Party. They're completely controlled by corporate interests now. So what are they going all crazy about? And I want you to know, you see, when Netanyahu came in, it was all respect and decorum. See, when you know actually rules you, both parties showed respect for Netanyahu. You've seen that. So you know, I'm now back on YouTube most of the time, so I'm like, my comments are going to be cryptic. So you know why they both parties were on their best behavior when Netanyahu was there. Not for Trump, but when Netanyahu, everybody was on their goddamn best behavior. And you know why. You know why.
Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber. Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, continue.
Thank you. Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive actions, a record, to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it. In fact, it has been stated by many that the first month of our presidency, it's our presidency, is the most successful in the history of our nation. By many.
See, Trump's ego, you got to stroke his ego. Right? It's no success from, I'm the best, I'm the most this, I'm the most that. So that's where he's childish. I'm the most this, I'm the biggest, the greatest, the ever, the best, the whatever done is the greatest, is the best. You know, like I said, so some things I'm going to agree with. But understand, if they try to start talking about this Social Security shit being entitlement, I told you, it's going to be positive and negative. Social Security is not an entitlement. I told you guys years ago, because the moronic Republicans, their constituents are always deep in propaganda. I told you, that just like the Democrats, you know, each one of these parties got their moronic people. As I told you guys years ago, Social Security is not a damn entitlement. They keep telling you that. That's to keep pushing propaganda on you. You pay into that system. They have been robbing Social Security. The politicians have been stealing from the Social Security that we have been putting in for the last 75 years. They've been stealing from it. They've been trying to make it insolvent or turn it to their damn, as George Carlin said so eloquently about 20 years ago, give it to their Republican friends up on Wall Street so they can play with it and gamble with your money. Now they remember they got rid of all your damn government pensions. I mean your private corporate pensions. They got rid of all that. And there's a few things since everybody now can barely save because we on survival mode. Can't nobody save any money. So Social Security is the last vested interest to giving someone a decent, livable retirement. Because the corporations stop pension. You know why? Because that money had to go to the pew again. The stealing of the economy. Making sure fewer people have stake within this economy. So when they get to talking this fake, false rhetoric about Social Security being an entitlement program, you understand that's a lie. You've been lied to. You put your money into that system. So there's no entitlement there. All you do is get the funds back on the other end as you retire. And you look at Social Security, it's been solvent before they start stealing from it. They've been stealing money out of there. They use it as a slush fund and then tell you it's insolvent and it's an entitlement program. That is an utter lie. So you know you've been propagandized too. When anybody spouts that rhetoric like a fake ass Elon Musk, who has the biggest entitlement program on the planet from government projects. He's the biggest welfare recipient on the planet of American people's tax money. Elon Musk. What has he built successful? Nothing. If he was black, he would have been got rid of his ass. Failure after failure after failure. He's a grifter and a phony. So when they get to talking this Social Security shit, you know this is a lie, family. Social Security is not an entitlement program. They always collect more money than they gave out, always. You can look this up. But they told this propaganda, especially the dumbass right wing, at least the Democrats, they understood that, you know, since they stole all their pension, give them all these fake ass 401ks that they don't control the money, it's all invested in BlackRock. And when you go to retire, they steal all that money. That's what everything's always a scam. And so you're giving propaganda so they can constantly keep stealing from you and keep this scam going. So when they can hear anybody get to talking that Social Security is an entitlement, you ask them how. How is Social Security entitlement program? It's not. It's solvent. The government doesn't put money in there. That's from your employer and you. Your employer puts a percentage in there, and you put a percentage in there. It has nothing to do with any government. The government holds it, but that has nothing to do with any government funds. So how is it an entitlement program? You ask them that. Entitlement how? Entitlement where? So they get to talking that scam to you, that means they want to steal it. Because the government has nothing to do with Social Security as far as the money going in there. That's your employer and you. You split those costs. Unless you're self-employed, then you put up the whole cost. If you employ yourself, you got to put your own Social Security, it's all you. But if you work for a company, they put up half the cost. That was the law. So it's your company and you. So where's the government entitlement program when the government doesn't put any money towards Social Security? For anybody telling you that nonsense, you know, it's a lie. That's why I'm always here to educate you, to give you real information when you're getting nothing but propaganda. Social Security is not an entitlement program. That's something you earned over your life of working. Something that belongs to you so the rich can't propagandize you so they can steal it. That's what they've been trying to do. That's kind of like they want to steal the money. They want it. Everything's not goddamn nailed down. They want it. And tell you lies about entitlement programs. It's a lie. Entitlement how? The government doesn't put any money into Social Security. That comes from your employer and you. So they get to talk about entitlement shit. You ask them, wow, where? When is my employer and me putting the money in there so I have something to retire on? It has nothing to do with no government. So there is no entitlement there. See? And that's how you know, see, when they get to lying to you, that means they want to steal the money because they don't want to be honest with you by labeling something an entitlement. As that group Elon Musk, who's the biggest entitlement program on the planet. All he gets is government contracts. They made him rich. He hasn't built any damn thing sustainable. Tesla's a joke. He didn't start that. He didn't build it. You can't name nothing Elon Musk has built has been a success. That SpaceX with them fucked up rockets that keep blowing up. So when you get to talking entitlement nonsense, that's him, not you.
And what makes it even more impressive is that, do you know who number 2 is? George Washington. How about that? I don't know about that list, but we'll take it. Within hours of taking the oath of office, I declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and border patrol to repel the invasion of our country.
I agree with that.
And what a job they've done. As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever. They heard my words and they chose not to come. Much easier that way. In comparison, under Joe Biden, the worst president in American history, there were hundreds of thousands of illegal crossings a month, and virtually all of them, including murderers, drug dealers, gang members, and people from mental institutions and insane asylums were released into our country. Who would want to do that? This is my 5th such speech to Congress. And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do. I could find a cure to the most devastating disease, a disease that would wipe out entire nations, or announce the answers to the greatest economy in history, or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will not stand, and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements. They won't do it, no matter what. Five times I've been up here. It's very sad, and it just shouldn't be this way. So Democrats sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again. Every day my administration is fighting to deliver the change America needs to bring a future that America deserves, and we're doing it. This is a time for big dreams and bold action. Upon taking office, I imposed an immediate freeze on all federal hiring, a freeze on all new federal regulations, and a freeze on all foreign aid. I terminated the ridiculous meetings that withdrew from the unfair Paris Climate Accord, which was costing us trillions.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree with getting out all these fake-ass climate accords. You've been propagandized to by the people that control the media about this fake-ass global warming, global climate change nonsense. I agree with that. I agree with getting out the WHO. This wicked-ass organization. I agree with that. So that's another pros I give Trump. Okay? I agree with those things.
Of dollars that other countries were not paying. I withdrew from the corrupt World Health Organization.
Exactly. I agree with that. So they're going to mandate lockdowns, and they're going to decide when we have pandemics, and we're going to follow them. We're going to lose our sovereignty. This unelected goddamn bureaucracy called the WHO full of corrupt criminals. That's out of here. So I agree with that too. You don't have the right to dictate my health and what I'm going to do and not do. And that's what they wanted to do. They want to have a medical dictatorship telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do. That's not your job, that's mine. Okay? You put your you're in the Democrats? Applaud that? Of course not, because they're wicked as shit. They want to say it's my body, my choice when it comes to that abortion, but it's not my body, my choice when it comes to them. If I want to stick my arm full of some shit, that's my choice, not yours. And if you're scared, so what? Your ass is scared. You do it. But you don't dictate to me what I should do with my body, not now, not ever.
And I also withdrew from the anti-American UN Human Rights Council. We ended all of Biden's environmental restrictions that were making our country far less safe and totally unaffordable. And importantly, we ended the last administration's insane electric vehicle.
And we had to talk about all these damn WHO guidelines on all social media. Why? That's not a damn U.S. institution. Why on social media tell we got to go by WHO guidelines? If we don't, so somehow be censored and we're doing wrong. So yeah, we need to be out of it. And I'm glad we are out of it. And don't ever put us back up in it again. That's why I would never put a handkerchief head Democrat in power again. Because they are dangerous. They're bootlicked and controlled by foreign entities. And they'll sell everything down the river. They don't care about nothing. We just went through an illegal lockdown. You hear the Democrats come out and apologize for any of that? Of course not. They implement these wicked ass policies and think you're gonna forget. I don't forget nothing. Did you say sorry to American people, lock them down, have them lose their jobs, their positions, their income? Did you do that? Of course you didn't. Because you think most Americans are stupid, they're gonna forget. I don't forget nothing you've done.
Mandate, saving our auto workers and companies from economic disruption. To unshackle our economy, I have directed that for every one new regulation, 10 old regulations must be eliminated, just like I did in my very successful first one. And in that first term, we set records on ending unnecessary rules and regulations like no other president had done before. We ordered all federal workers to return to the office. They will either show up for work in person or be removed from their job. And we amended weaponized government where, as an example, a sitting president is allowed to viciously prosecute his political opponent, like me. How did that work out? Not too good. Not too good. And I've stopped all government censorship and brought back free speech in America. It's back.
Well, we'll see if it's back. We don't know if it's back or not. We'll see if well, there's really no free speech in America, but less restriction would be nice. Democratic Party want to lock down all kind of free, any kind of speech, any kind of dissent speech on their social media platforms. You were kicked off, locked down for telling the truth. Tell the truth, you would get kicked off Facebook. My Facebook is gone. So even Twitter's now gone. My Twitter account is gone. Completely gone. You just get 3,000-4,000 people in there on the line. And all of a sudden now it's just gone. So that's his boy Elon Musk, so that's not true. You know, only person getting 3,000 or 4,000 people on live on Twitter. We only have 100 followers or some shit. How is that possible? Make that make sense. And then before they locked it down, I had Elon Musk himself as a follower. Why would he be following me? Well, whole month before they took it down, Elon Musk ass was following my Twitter account. Only had 130 damn followers on it. But I was getting 3,000 or 4,000 views on the video at a time on the line. How do you get 3,000 or 4,000 people in on the line and no one ever follows the channel? It's like magic. So don't tell me that censorship is over. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because now my Twitter channel is completely gone. Because I was getting 3,000 and 4,000 people on a live every time I went live on Twitter. 3,000, 4,000 people in a live all the time. But no one would ever follow the channel. How is that even humanly possible? And then Elon Musk, goofy ass, shows up and follows my damn channel for a whole 2 months until it's now completely destroyed. So don't tell me free speech is back. That's nonsense.
And 2 days ago, I signed an order making English the official language of the United States of America. I renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
This is stupid shit. I renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Who gives a shit? It's all nonsense shit. This sports right-wing wacko base. Say what you got. The left wing puts out stupid shit for the left wing morons.
And likewise, I renamed for a great president, William McKinley, Mount McKinley again.
This is useless nonsense.
We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military.
See, this is where you get the fake racism come in, because white people want to believe DEI. I told you guys, but I showed you. White women benefited from DEI. Nobody black. 3% of that shit went to black people. 3%. You had white women first, Hispanic women second, Asian people. It was white women first, Hispanics, men and women, Asians, men and women, handicapped people, men and women, Native Americans, men and women, and then black. Anybody? So we never got nothing, even with the fake affirmative action. And these fake racist right-wing morons talking about the affirmative. Nobody black ever benefited from that, because you don't live in a system of justice. You don't believe in any kind of justice and righting your wrongs. And then you want to say, DI, higher DI, all that old fake ass performative art these right-wing morons do about DI. Where's DI at? Where's that? Because they're mediocre at best, and they gotta compete. And they had to compete for shit because they stole everything. I told you, the last 500 years, they've had power. The power started to reign. Things are cyclical, not linear. Somehow they believe with the fake IQ tests and all the shit they've been told their whole lives, all lies. And so the world's change is gonna leave behind. As the world changes, it's gonna get left behind. It is that's the nature of the beast. They believe all these fake lies about themselves. China always showed them. America's not going to win the tech race. China's always won it. They say, oh, we're going to try to be smarter than us now. Unless you guys have the highest IQ and all that little shit. Everybody has low IQs, you can tell them. Like I told you, the 3 highest IQs on the planet are 3 black children. On the planet. Okay? So all the fake IQ tests, the fake, all the fake indignation, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for the decline that's happening. We are a declining empire, and nothing's going to stop that. Nothing Trump's going to do. Trump is giving these morons empty rhetoric while they steal the kitchen sink, steal everything. Right? Because that's where you got some farmers all mad. Trump is cut the programs for farmers. So what? See, one thing white people love is cruel. They love it. They're cruel as shit. So when it happens to them, I don't give a fuck. Why should I be upset that now your farm is going under because you've been giving government subsidies? That's what you all been getting. That's all you ever got was government subsidies. Just like goddamn Elon Musk. None of you self-made. You told this nonsense about your bootstraps. You've all been given government subsidies to help you survive. Now that Trump cut them off, good. Now I'm going to lose my farm. Can you help me? I'm not helping you do shit. Do your goddamn farm and shut up. Go away.
And our country will be woke no longer.
That's the fake thing. They take our lingo and try to make it a pejorative. That don't work. Oh, we're gonna be woke. What the hell is woke? Woke meant being woke against you white racists. That's what woke meant. So you try to take a black slang and make it to a pejorative. When we said woke, that means awake. But they always pitch on our, these are the dog whistles they use about their racism. Because woke came from us. That's our lingo, black. And they're doing these homosexuals. It won't be woke agenda. You already put the woke agenda in effect. See, that's why you got all them racists around you. So we can't woke against your racist ass. I told you some things are good he's doing. I agree with that. But don't ever get it twisted. When you surround yourself with racists, which he has done, then your ass is racist. Okay? Even though the good things he's done, that we agree with. Don't ever get it twisted to think that this bastard is not a racist. Elon Musk comes from a line of wicked ass racists. That's why his granddaddy moved to South Africa so they can partake in the racism. That's why they moved from Canada to South Africa so they could be racist. So that don't get it twisted. How about Elon Musk? We should pardon Derek Chauvin, this wicked ass, murderous ass cop. So don't ever get it twisted that Trump is some kind of an ally to us. He is not. But we will be honest. We're honest actors. Say, are there some good things he's done that will benefit us? Yeah, he has. But don't ever get it twisted as if his racist ass is an ally. He is not. Musk is an open, no good, dirty ass racist. That's what he is. And a moron to boot. Got these morons need some kind of a genius. This goddamn entitlement baby. This welfare whore. Elon Musk. On the government tit. Entitlement programs. As he talking about Social Security, I told you it's not. Elon Musk is a walking entitlement program. This fucking moron. This racist bastard who ain't never invented anything worth the value of substance. Nothing.
We believe that whether you are a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or an air traffic controller, you should be hired and promoted based on skill and competence, not race or gender. Very important. You should be hired based on merit. And the Supreme Court, in a brave and very powerful decision, has allowed us to do so. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools, and I signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Happy with that? See, even in this wicked cruelty, I believe in that. There's only two genders. I believe that. Male and female, and that's a fact. Biologically, that's just a fact. We can't deal with la-la land and what the Democrats are pushing. So, see, common sense shit like that, I agree with. There's only two genders, male and female. Not a bunch of them 6 genders, 7 genders, all this old crazy confusion. Causing confusion in society. There are only two genders, male and female. That's just the fact. That's where the Creator made it. And since I'm not the Creator, I go along with one, there's a male and a female. That's it.
I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports. Three years ago, Peyton McNabb was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team or they will lose all federal funding.
See, I agree with that. There's still nothing but distractions. But I don't want my daughters and granddaughters fucking playing against no damn men with a fucked up wig on. Okay? Women should play with women. Men should play with men. That's just that simple. I don't have an argument against that. Democratic Party become the party of craziness and distorting, it become the party of distorting reality, and just living in illusions. You know, you heard everything they wanted to do about LGBTQ shit, going to war for men to be in women's dressing rooms, going to war for men. They're playing women's sports. But have you ever heard these bastards go to war for you? Have you heard the Democratic Party go to war for black people ever? And of course not. LGBTQ is not even goddamn 2% of the damn voting population, but they're going to war for them. When you are the majority of their constituents, imagine the disrespect and contempt that this wicked-ass party has for black people, this Democratic farce. That your grandmother and your mama want to tell you, let's go vote, baby. Let's go vote for these fucking morons who have nothing but open contempt and disrespect of us. Let's go vote. For what? To keep getting the same shit we've always gotten? To keep getting the same stuff we've always got. Is that what we're supposed to be voting for?
And if you really want to see numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, recycling, where a male recently finished a long-distance race, 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman for a new record by 5 hours. Broke the record by 5 hours. It's demeaning for women, and it's very bad for our country. We're not going to put up with it any longer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What I've just described is only a small fraction of the common sense revolution that is now, because of us, sweeping the entire world. Common sense has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never. Never going to let that happen. Among my very highest priorities is to rescue our economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working families. As you know, we inherited from the last administration an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare. Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. They've never had anything like it. We suffered the worst inflation in 48 years, but perhaps even in the history of our country, they're not sure. As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again. Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control. The egg price is out of control. And we're working hard to get it back down. Secretary, do a good job on that. You inherited a total mess from the previous administration. Do a good job. Of our fight to defeat inflation is rapidly reducing the cost of energy. The previous administration cut the number of new oil and gas leases by 95%, slowed pipeline construction to a halt, and closed more than 100 power plants. We are opening up many of those power plants right now.
I agree with that too. Common sense shit I do agree with.
And frankly, we have never seen anything like it. That's why on my first day in office, I declared a national energy emergency. As you've heard me say many times, we have more liquid gold under our feet than any nation on earth, and by far. And now, I fully authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. It's called Drill, Baby, Drill. My administration is also working on a gigantic natural gas pipeline in Alaska, among the largest in the world, where Japan, South Korea, and other nations want to be our partner with investments of trillions of dollars each. There's never been anything like that one. It will be truly spectacular. It's all set to go. The permitting is gotten. And later this week, I will also take historic action to dramatically expand production of critical minerals and rare earths here in the USA. To further combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars.
Yeah, so this is the part I'm gonna hear right here. So I'll wrap this up.
To that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. DOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps. Which is headed by Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight.
See, they need like a white savior all the time. Some fake Elon Musk, who's a fake billionaire. It's all fake. Smoke and mirrors. It's easy to research Elon Musk. It's all fake. It's all phony. But it's how he's a poor kid and all this stuff shit when his grandfather stole a goddamn emerald mine in South Africa. They're stealing these white people, stealing African people's shit, stealing resources. But as far as on his own him building anything, it's a lot. He hasn't built anything. Anything successfully. It's all been government handouts, government goodies that's propped him up.
Thank you, Elon. You're working very hard. He didn't need this. He didn't need this. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Everybody here, even this side, appreciates it. I really. They just don't want to admit that. Just listen to some of the appalling waste we have already identified.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear right here.
$22 billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million.
In Burma. See, this has been the raping of the American people by the people that actually run this place. This has been a complete This is the bankrupting of us. They're trying to implode us as a country. So this we see the complete implosion of us. And that's what's going on. Complete theft. And no one's ever been held accountable for this kind of goddamn theft. It's outrageous.
Is to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is.
You know, no one knows what that is. Let me back this up a little bit. Nobody knows what that is. Exactly. Trump is awesome. He's funny. No one knows what that shit is. Not too far.
In the USA. Which is headed by Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight. That is? They just don't want to admit that.
Here we go.
Just listen to some of the appalling waste we have already identified.
Trump said, don't nobody know what
$22
that is.
billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of.
Oh shit. Trump said $40 million to go to LGBTQ+ in the African country of Lesotho, which nobody's ever heard of. I gotta play it one more time. Hold on, that's funny.
$60 million for. And to that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government we have already identified.
Here we go.
$22 billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 billion for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $60 million for indigenous peoples and Afro-Colombian empowerment in Central America. $60 million. $8 million for making mice transgender.
Mice transgender. Hey, now who the fuck would be funded to make mice transgender? What is this? What is this nonsense? Because he's a damn money laundering. They're not making no mice transgender. That's them stealing money. That's what's going on. The theft of the American people. Right? Why pay taxes then if your money's gonna be stolen like this? It's absolutely outrageous. So this stuff I agree with. See some things with Trump? I agree with this. I would love to have some accountability if someone's going to damn jail. Who's writing these policies? Absolutely insane. But they had to go through both because Congress controls the purse. So Republicans voted for this shit too. They voted for these damn budgets as well. They might not know where it was going. They might not did do their due diligence to find out, okay, what are we approving here? Where's the money going? What is this money being used for?
Here are some pictures that match.
This is real. $32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova. $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique. $20 million for the Arab Sesame Street in the Middle East. It's a program. $20 million for a program. $1.9 billion to recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her?
See, this is the bill. You guys remember Stacey Abrams, who ran for governor twice and lost down in Georgia? So, come to find out, she was trying to get $2 billion to try to support some small community somewhere in southern Georgia. I forgot the name of it. It's all a scam. It's all graft. It's some little small city in southern Georgia full of Hispanics. I think they're the overwhelming majority there. I think the Hispanics are something like 40%. Black Americans are like maybe 30. And Caucasians, maybe white Americans like 25. Something like that. But you need $2 billion to try to bring in appliances. And you just heard stop the carbon, but the same fake ass carbon shit. They talk this damn scam. And she's getting $2 billion for to change appliances in this small Georgia town. I'm going to look at what is the population of this town. I don't know what the population is, guys. I'm going to have to look that up. But anything, I've been you guys know I've been all over this country. And rural Georgia, all South Georgia are small towns. There's not many people living in southern Georgia. It's all dotted with small towns. So the population can't be that big. They're supposed to be getting $2 billion of taxpayer money going to Mexicans, Hispanics, out of your rabbit ass mind.
A $3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City. He's a real estate developer. He's done very well. $250,000 to increase vegan local climate action innovation in Zambia. $42 million for social and behavior change in Uganda. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. Asia's doing very well with learning. You know what we're doing? We should use it ourselves. Now $101 million for DEI contracts at the Department of Education. The most ever paid, nothing even like it. Under the Trump administration, all of these scams, and they're far worse, but I didn't think it was appropriate to talk about them. They're so bad. Many more have been found out and exposed and swiftly terminated by a group of very intelligent, mostly young people, headed up by Elon, and we appreciate it. We found hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud. And we've taken back the money and reduced our debt to fight inflation and other things. Taking back a lot of that money. We got it just in time. This is just the beginning. The Government Accountability Office, a federal government office, has estimated annual fraud of over $500 billion in our nation, and we are working very hard to stop it. We're going to. We're also identifying shocking levels of incompetence and probable fraud in the Social Security program for our seniors, and that our seniors and people that we love rely on. Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people
like I said, we're talking about Social Security because they've been stealing from there. So it's not an get this out of your mind. Social Security is not an entitlement program. Okay? So if you're going to go in and get the money that's been stolen, that's great. But don't, if anybody calls an entitlement program, you know what the scam is. I'll explain to you. Government does not put money into Social Security. That comes from the employer and you splitting that with every paycheck you receive. Because they destroy, because your fake ass trickle down economy broke the back of your pensions that companies used to chip in, right? You used to get a company pension, that's gone. And it's fake 401 scam that they're giving you, that they always steal before you're about to retire, these scams.
100 to 109 years old. It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are rather elderly, but not quite that elderly. 3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129.
That's crazy.
3.9 million people from ages 130 to 139.
Wow.
3.5 million people from ages 140 to 149.
Wow.
And money is being paid to many of them. And we're searching right now.
For that.
In fact, Pam, good luck. Good luck. You're going to find it. But a lot of money is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid and nobody does it. It really hurts Social Security. It hurts our country. 1.3 million people from ages 150 to 159 and over.
Crazy.
130,000 people, according to the Social Security databases, are age over 160 years old. We have a healthier country than I thought, Bobby.
See, I do appreciate Trump's honesty. That's why they don't like I appreciate his frankness. I enjoy him being honest about all these crazy ass lies that somebody's 165 years old still collecting Social Security. Where's the money going? Where's that money going? And after being did an audit years ago, you know it's constant theft, constant graft, constant criminality.
Including to finish 1,039 people between the ages of 220 and 229, one person between the age of 240 and 249, and one person is listed at 360 years of age. More than 100 years. More than 100 years older than our country. But we're going to find out where that money's going. And it's not going to be pretty. By slashing all of the fraud, waste, and theft we can find, we will defeat inflation, bring down mortgage rates, lower car payments and grocery prices, protect our seniors, and put more money in the pockets of American families. And today interest rates took a beautiful drop, big beautiful drop, it's about time. And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years, balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it. With that goal in mind, we have developed in great detail what we're calling the Gold Card, which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, we will...
It's a fire sale. That's how you know we're broke. That's a fire sale of the country. It's still another country. That's how you know we're broke. guys want to wrap that up? Booyah, back in the place, Smith City. We'll wrap this up, family. Say much love as I say my tunes. Make sure you go to blackoutfirenetwork.com. Get all the supplements we got over there at the sports and nutrition store. Go and download our free app at Blackout Fire Network on Google Play. So if you want to see everything we do, all these replays are on our own network, guys. Blackout Fire Network. So just go over to the Google Play Store and download our free app so you'll never miss none of the shows that we offer. We're always going to be live. Always live on that app. We're live right now. So we're live on all your TV stations too, all your streaming platforms, like I said, Apple, Amazon, Android, Roku. We're on all of them. So we're constantly live on our own app, and we're live on TV, and of course live on the radio. So blackoutfirenetwork.com for the internet, and the app is Blackout Fire Network at your Google Play Store. It's free to download, guys. It's free to download. Second, camera keeps going on. Going out again. Hold on. I'm not gonna do all that. Alright. That was going. I'm gonna keep that off. Cameras keep going down, but keep that up. Just keep this one on right here. Cameras keep going down, so let's wrap this up right here. I don't know what happened to everybody tonight. You guys want me to come on, so people not eating the bargain up with everybody else. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2. As we wrap this thing up, we'll say much love to everybody. Black Hot Fire. As we say, we out. Much love. Everybody smash that like button on your way out. Black Hot Fire. We are family. Black Hot Fire. Much love. Sounds so good as we get up on out of here. Black Hot Fire. Come on. Go download that free app, the Google Play Store. Black Hot Fire Network. We out. We out. Woo! Smash that like button and we out, man. Come on. Ring the alarm. School's out, stupid. Go home, have a good night. Black Hot Fire. Woo! Black Hot Fire. We out, we out, we out. Never gets old, never gets old. We out, we out, we out, we out. Black Hot Fire. Come on. Same black time, same black channel next week. Next Friday and Saturday, family. Same black time, same black channel. Black Hot Fire. That's how we do. Woo! We out, we out, we out. Hey, they gave us the hold on. You guys can now super chat our ass, okay? See, we got the super chat up in there. You guys see that? You guys can now give us some super chats. Give us some of that super chat money, all right? Right there, okay? So whether you find us on Rumble, right? Whether you find us on Rumble or YouTube, you can donate that way. Okay? Either way, you can donate on Rumble, you can donate on YouTube now. They gave us our monetization back after 6 years. Shit's crazy, right? Came home and they gave us our monetization back. It's crazy, but we'll take it. So you want to send us some super chats that way, or just go to Mr. Black Hot Fire on your Cash App right there, or go to the website and go to the donation page. Every little bit helps because we need it. You guys know I laid up a lot of staff, so it's been getting rough. Trump's right. It's rough out here. Stomachs are touching our backbone. So whatever little bit you can give us, it helps. Because you guys know it's not just me, it's the staff. So I let a bunch of people go early this year because that shit had been killing my pockets. So donations haven't been coming in as much as they have been, so I had to let some people go. That's how it goes. To try to stay afloat. But like I said, your donations are always needed, always wanted, always appreciate y'all. The Big Cheese for his donation again. Big Cheese been keeping our ass afloat. Big Cheese been keeping our ass afloat. Shout out to Jibber Jab and his donation. Shout out to my mystery brother. You and Big Cheese, mystery brother. Y'all been keeping us afloat. So I'm always be honest with that. You guys been keeping us afloat in Africa. Those funds, I need them. So you guys been, paying the big bucks. So I appreciate that. Big Cheese and the mystery man who doesn't want to be announced. We appreciate that. We've needed that. And you kept us afloat. Keep that. That's a real. How many times you guys donate and how much you guys donate. I really appreciate that because we've needed it. Black. Hot. All right. It's all good. Oh yeah, I forgot we got paper. It's all good. Whatever you want to use, I forgot PayPal too, guys. You can pay by Cash App at Mr. Black Eye Fire. You see it down there. You go to the website and hit the PayPal. It's right on the website. You can pay another way to use your credit cards. Like I said, you can also now do the YouTube thing is worse because they take money. I'm just saying they've allowed us to get our monetization back, which is going to be little nothing because what we talk about, they never want to fund it. So we're not going to expect any money from them anyway. But like I said, every little bit helps, family. We need it. I don't like begging, but now I got to be begging because we do need it. We do need it. You guys sometimes say, what happened to Campbell's name? But I had to let their ass go. She was fucking me up. Pockets were getting empty. So like I said, early part of this year, I left a bunch of staff, even the people in the background, you guys don't know. So I let a bunch of staff go. We're working with a skeleton crew right now. Bunch of the back office staff, I had to give them the boot. So to make sure we stayed solvent. All right. So a lot of you guys know there's a lot of people not around, like Camlish and HR and other people you didn't know that were in the office. They were in the back office. So I had to clean house because I just didn't have the money. Hot. Right. We out. Flat. Hot. Right. We out. Flat. Hot. Right. What's up, man? Flat. Hot. Right. Come on. All right. Put that in the pocket. All right, family, much love. Same black time, same black channel next weekend, okay? I'm in this piece for a long run. Happy you bastards didn't even show up today, but it's all good in the neighborhood. Everybody have a good night, wonderful rest of your weekend. I gotta get my ass out of here early in the morning, so peace, family. I'm out.